Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this all signs tarot reading today. My channel is for sharing positive vibes, encouragement, and confirmations. So if that sounds like your vibe, then hey, no wonder why this video was brought to your attention. Let's see what kind of messaging we can get into today. Right, I have pre-shuffled. Let's go ahead and cut the decks together, beginning with the archetypes. All right, that's where it wants us to be then. Okay. Boop. Ooh, the Bardo. We just had this recently. That is a card about liminal space. That in between an initiation, if I'm not mistaken, the liminal, the in-between, the transition. That's what I meant. It is said that the Bardo is a place between this life and the next, a liminal realm through which souls pass. Envisioning this inherently mysterious space creates the potential for us to rise above the concerns of this world and see our relationships through a cosmic and timeless lens. We may receive messages from those who are no longer with us, or see visions of lives not yet lived. In the Bardo, there is potential to forgive the unforgivable, to say the unsaid, to see the unseen, to love the unloved, to let go of all the things that cause us pain. The Bardo suspends us in its spaciousness for just long enough to open us to higher wisdom. Its energy does not belong to Earth as we know it, but rather to the cosmic network of which we are a single thread. When light, spaciousness, grace, forgiveness, truth. When dark, torment, dislocation, hallucination, transience. I'm going to get real with you, fam. I feel like my mother is about there, if you know what I mean. She's been seeing people. No one she recognizes. It's not like her ancestors, that, her mom or dad or anything like that are coming to guide her, you know what I mean? It's just ghosts, or she's hella hallucinating. One or the other. But it's really been unsettling me. And while I, on the other hand, have been working to accept my gifts of the clairs. When I was younger, a friend of mine used to always say, "You are clairvoyant, you are clairvoyant." And I was like, I don't know about that. I've had to work through a lot of imposter syndrome concerning those things. So personally, it's been a very interesting time. And this card coming up again is pretty wild. How about for you? Have you been noticing things like that? Or are those things that you've been working on? Have you been having really interesting dreams lately? Moving on to the oracle cards. Well, that's interesting timing. Don't doubt your worth. This almost feels like a continuation of the previous reading. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. There's healing energy there. Maybe that's the in-between for some. Healing from abuse. And those who have been insulting your intelligence for far too long. Who have been incapable of seeing what you see, of knowing what you know. We're all on our own journeys, fam. We have so much that we can relate to one another with, but we're still all on our own journeys as individuals. You can't dictate how someone else reacts to you, but you can dictate how you feel and how you treat yourself. There's been a retraining of the subconscious minds going on. For a lot of us, it's through affirmations. For some, it's meditation and music, books. Whatever it is, it's your choice. All right, fam. It's clarification time. Listen, this is YouTube, and we're going to lighten up the mood a wee bit, okay? Boopity boopity boop. I like to consider the tarot as a tale. Chapter 1 is the Four of Cups. There could be apathy that's been going on, at least in the past. Maybe someone's so focused that they're not even realizing the blessings that they've really been receiving every day. Or maybe it's a matter of, you know what you have to do and you're doing it. You're not being distracted because you know that when the time is right, that catalyst will occur or something, right? So just be careful that you're not stuck. You know what I mean? That you're not full of apathy and unable to realize what you're capable of. Maybe you've been waiting or were waiting for someone else to do the thing, you know? When you've been capable, ooh, ringing in my left ear, really freaking high-pitched, loud ringing all of a sudden. Maybe you've been capable of doing it for yourself this whole time. But because you struggled with imposter syndrome, I do feel like that message from those who have already passed was a very specific point, at least for someone. And that's a part of this. There's so many blessings wanting to be shared with you. So make sure that you're not closed off, okay? What's next for chapter 2? Boosh. Page of Swords. This person is no longer confused. They've gained wisdom and clarity, and they know exactly what to do with it. So this is a message that is clear and direct. And maybe there have been those who have underestimated you in the past. Fuck them. If they don't want to believe you, if they don't want to care, if they don't want to understand what you're trying to say, that's on them. Do not let it hold you back, okay? You've got this. This is all weird over here, and it's kind of driving me nuts, but whatever. The show must go on. Boosh. Chapter 3. Ah, look at that. When we believe in ourselves and we follow our own passion and drive, look at the colors this queen is wearing. There's white underneath, and white tends to be for innocence and purity, right? Clean canvases. But she's also wearing red for passion, for our heart, and green like the earth. And that green comes down from the crown. The pentacles are earth. We have water, air and earth represented here. Maybe someone younger than you is about to share a message with you. And it's going to be so clear. It's going to help your confusion. Maybe I'm younger than you. Probably not, but that's okay. Chapter 4. The moon. Look at how far you've come. So we have this crawdad or whatever, lobster coming out of the water, and these, what, a dingo or a coyote and a dog. You've come so far. You've put a lot of work and effort on your path, on your journey. I just got done in the previous reading stating that you can have as many fresh starts as you want, fam. But some are frustrated because there are aspects that they can't see, that have not been enlightened yet, that haven't, been illuminated yet. So much has, though. And something tells me that you know enough. This card is coming up underneath the lighthouse card, fam. And these little thingies that are underneath the moon, that's like the symbol for God's name, Yahweh. Whatever that means to you, you're being watched over and guided, and you know enough. You are always enough. You are always on the right path. As long as you continue moving forward, as long as you believe in yourself, and you never give up. Who does this Queen of Pentacles represent? Someone in your life that was very nurturing. For someone, maybe the fact that I brought up that bit about my mother in the beginning, was for a reason with the Bardo. Chapter 5 coming up underneath. That's it, isn't it? You don't want to be hurt again. If you can just know that those things are never going to happen again, maybe that can help. Well, fam, the fact that you don't want to, the fact that you won't allow them to, is what's going to keep it from happening again. This is your life, and you have that choice. Anyone trying to tell you differently needs to shut the fuck up. So says me. So says me. You've been trying to heal. Fam, whatever they did, don't let it keep you from loving again. You loved. Stop taking the full brunt of the consequences. Stop taking the consequences of others onto your shoulders. They don't belong there. Is that why the apathy? Is that why I'm just going to sit here and do the thing? But it's kind of a struggle bus. You're still feeling triggered. They're not tests, fam. I'm one who does not believe that life tests us, that God tests us, that we test ourselves. I believe that if the lesson has been learned, we don't do it again. We are living proof of our wisdom gained. Pull out the swords. It is okay to love again. And you're going to need this heart to be fully intact in order to move on. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfectly healed. If you've already taken out the swords, please stop pouring salt into the wounds. You didn't deserve it. That, what they did, is on them. Maybe not, we don't always react well. Okay, fine. But you learned from that too, didn't you? This is love, this is nurturing and growth. This is the ability to go through all of that, all those hard lessons, and still be capable of loving and caring for others and yourself. You know, I'm never going to be one, I've said this before, I'm sorry to those who have watched my videos before. I'm not someone who thinks that you can't love unless you love yourself, because I myself am living proof that that's bullshit. But it's just different. Real love is unconditional. Maybe that's a part of it, is you still love them and it kind of pisses you off. I don't blame you. That's a stage in the process. That's a part of the journey. But just because we still love them doesn't mean it gets to hold us back. It doesn't get to be detrimental to our health and our healing anymore. The fact that you can still love is huge. It's incredible and a blessing in and of itself. That shows your strength. That shows your courage. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, okay? What's coming up underneath the Page of Swords? Boom. Called it. I love it when that shit happens, fam. You fucking see that? What did I say? I said strength. It takes strength to be able to move on, to be able to still love. Of course you're scared of being hurt again. That shit sucked. But that's the deal with healing. We figure out that we don't deserve that. You didn't deserve it then. You certainly don't deserve it now. And you don't have to put up with it anymore. That's their journey. That's their problem. They can take it to the mirror. If they want to be cruel, if they want to betray and lie, and take for granted the wonderful things in the palms of their hands, that's on them. Let them suffer their own consequences. It's difficult to watch people we love struggle. But you get to choose how you help them. And there are times, you know, if you can give them money, you know what I mean? If it's just a little, you know, it's then okay. But they don't get to take you down with them. That's different. That's different. Helping others doesn't have to be about sacrificing yourself. And anyone who loves you isn't going to try to make you sacrifice yourself. That's just not the same. Okay? What's coming up underneath the Queen of Pentacles? Boosh. Death. The cost, the price for this new life, the rest of your life, is your old self. And you have the strength and clarity to pull this off. Ooh, I just got the chills. You can do this. You're already doing this. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Even if you only have clues and hints, even though only so much is illuminated, you still know what to do, and you have the strength to pull this off. This doesn't have to be quelling the beast of someone else. This can be soothing yourself. This can be about your self-care and your healing journey. And she's wearing white and surrounded by all of that earth and life. Ooh, that was an interesting, it was almost like a interesting. It was probably that big old light, but still very interesting timing, if you ask me. Thank you for the confirmation. Plus, this person has the infinity symbol on top. 18 and 8. What's coming underneath the moon, fan? The 3 of Pentacles. 8. Collaboration. I always say that as long as you're the one at the chisel, I have nothing to complain about. Right? In religious themes, this is co-creation with the divine. But this could be work. Maybe you have a new job or a team that is a breath of fresh air. It's so great to be working alongside these people because you're going for the same thing. I prefer co-creating with the divine, co-creating with the universe, co-creating the life of your dreams, and bringing it all into fruition. And it just came after the Death card. This is your choice. Sure, we may believe in fate, but you still have free will, fan. You're still you, and you get to decide who that is, not others. You have all these paths and all these options and the clarity to know which ones belong to you, because no matter what, it's the right path, because it's your choice. Okay? What's the epilogue to this story? Boom! Again we see the Ace of Wands. Ooh. That's creativity, passion, courage. Are they all represented again? Wands, pentacles, cups, swords, and quite incredible major arcana. Don't be frustrated by, that, like, some of us really like to plan. We really like to have an idea of what's going on so that we can plan, and it can help to calm our minds. Fan, you've got this. You know what you want to do, and you know that you have every right to change your mind accordingly. Just, be sure that you're not letting someone else have that power over you anymore. It's not necessary. Okay? You can love again. Your heart is still intact, and you still have the strength to continue on. Oh, bam, you've got this. What's underneath? Ooh, the main vibe of this one is the 4 of freaking Wands. Celebration indeed. That's the 1111 card. That's another 4. 4, 4, 8. 3, 4, boosh. Oh, 3, 3, 4, 4, 18, 8. Wow. Dang, fam, the numbers still be numbering. Wow. What are the extra notes for this reading? Goodness gracious. I love tarot. It's so cool. Boop. Bitty boop. I see a heart. Can't rain all the time, fam. That's from the original Crow soundtrack. I know that people have been annoyed with this new Crow. Personally, I haven't seen it, so take what I say as you will. Some people have complained about the gentrification of goth. Fam. As an elder goth, let me tell you, that shit was gentrified a long time ago. Jeez Louise, are you kidding me right now? Have you ever watched an episode of South Park? What's next? Hey, they kind of go hand in hand, though. Listen, if you need to love people at arm's length to move on and save your own sanity, then you do so, okay? You do so. This is your life. Oh, Libra. Who's the Libra? I have a lot in Libra, personally. A lot. My rising is Libra. My Venus is in Libra. I think my Mars is as well. I have 4 dang things, including my ascendant, in Libra. Are you kidding me right now? Balance. Balance. Fair's fair. It is not in my favor, for fair to be fair. You know what I mean? Fair. I need balance. When I first did my chart, all those freaking oh my goodness. It was a long time ago, okay? Listen. I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Balance. That's what the previous reading was, and it feels like this is a continuation of those vibes. I tried to clear it out. I tried to boosh, but here we are, fam. Here we are. Oh, fam, it's all good. You've got this. You have one heck of a celebration coming in, if it hasn't already began. As far as I'm concerned, the bottom of the deck is the general vibe of the reading. It's all good. It's all good. If you gotta wash the dishes, be like, fuck yeah, dishes. You know what I mean? This is your life. Let's enjoy it again, okay? Don't doubt your worth. Don't doubt that you have a right to go your own way and do your own thing. Okay? You've got this. You've got this in spades. You have the strength and the willpower to pull all of this off. And you have gifts from the divine, from your ancestors coming in hot. If you haven't already received them, be open to receive. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. This is another incredible reading. I love it. And always remember that I love you.